Hey guys, and welcome to another NGS cast, late night one. Tonight we have Counterpick Stupid. I think one of three CCS related teams, and Beatgen Revival. Both teams have been around the league for a long time. This season, Beatgen Revival, I believe, got back together, and they are currently the first seed in B West, and CCS is currently the third seed. So I'll just take a look. So yeah, right now 32 points for Beatgen Revival, and CCS is 19. Playoffs are coming up pretty soon, and hopefully we're gonna have some good games tonight. I'm gonna just take a look first at the teams and what they've been doing this season. So if you go down to Beatgen Revival, they've basically played everything, especially in the last few weeks. We have some of these lineups could be ARAM lineups, and you wouldn't know. It's pretty interesting stuff, especially the last few weeks for the team, and we'll see if they pull out anything cool. I did actually cast Counterpick Stupid and Suds with Buds last week, and they're playing some cool stuff as well. Some Deathwing and it's like a triple bruiser comp, and they also did kind of almost like a Juice Pirates variant. It didn't end up working out for them, but it was a really exciting series between Suds with Buds and Counterpick Stupid. Sorry, hard to say. Maybe I should shorten it to CCS. In terms of map bans, Beatgen Revival banned Sky Temple and Alterac, and CCS banned Braxis and Chris Hollow. And then Beatgen Revival picked Battlefield of the Country. So I'd say that out of all the maps, this is the one that probably has the least amount of changes after the patch. Not as much, waves don't count as much. There's not as many rotations and going under forts and defending them, so that's a big difference. I think that the only thing is that 2v3 and that sort of thing, like a 2-3 setup would be pretty good. Now they can push and dive people under the base. It makes so if you're defending with one player, it is at a more strict disadvantage than previously. But other than that, this is probably the least changed map. Still waiting for the teams to get ready. But yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm going to set up a pool. Yes. So you guys can vote. Who's winning the series, CCS or Beatgen? And we'll end that hopefully right before the first game. Heading into the lobby now. Teams are just getting set up. I believe tonight, actually, Beatgen might be running with a sub. I don't believe Silver Spy is on their regular roster, so I believe they would have to get them approved. Let me go double check. To Beatgen squad. Nope, not on regular roster right now, so interesting. Person out right now is Ektar, and Ektar, I believe, is their regular healer, so Silver Spy will maybe be healing or doing something else. And they might role swap, so we'll have to see. And looks like both teams seem like they're pretty ready, so I believe we're going into the draft pretty soon here. So things that are good on this map, in general, race is really good. I don't think I've casted this actual map with Vala back in because she was banned for a little bit, but Vala is really good. You can see a wide variety of strategies between like a double healer setup. I've even seen like a Dahaka actually work out okay to do extra soak because soaking is a little bit more important. But yeah, generally team fight and race are probably the two things you're looking to balance the most between. I believe that if I take a look, I believe that in previous times on this map, not actually a huge history of BOE between these two teams, so very interesting. CCS has only played it once, and I don't even think that. Oh, and Beatgen has only played it once as well. So headed into the draft. CCS as first pick and first ban. Also, I believe that that it might have to ban you from chat if you vote for your own team. I'm sorry about that, but it's gonna have to happen. First ban Murky, so they really are looking to get rid of some of the weird cheese that Beatgen has played in the past. I wonder, Murky on this map though. We see a Cho'Gall ban. So both teams trying to get some pretty cheesy stuff off the board early. I know that the Murky can do some like proxy soaking pretty well on this map because it's a pretty wide open lane below and that sort of thing. And then we see Li Ming ban. Li Ming, this is definitely her best map. Good racer, good at team fight. That combo makes it a great map for a Li Ming. And a Hogger ban. Hogger typically known for being really good at taking out camps and that sort of thing. I think it's Zephy plays Hogger and plays it a lot. So yeah, getting maybe one of their power picks off the board. And we see the first pick Vala. Vala, very good on this map, really good at racing, good at team fight. You can build her around into like a team fight comp or in a racing comp. Both are legit, and both can pretty easily center around Vala. A pretty flexible hero overall, can get dove pretty hard in certain team fight comps, but yeah, one of her better maps for sure. We see a Chromie in ETC, so slide into Chromie's ranged abilities. Chromie good at sieging from long range. If Leeming is off the board, one of the better siege damage heroes into an Immortal. We see Johanna and a Tyrande. I do know Wit plays a lot of Tyrande, and yeah, now they have like a very auto-attacky style comp, and Johanna can generally protect some of these heroes unless it gets dove past. So I wonder if they have the option of going for something like a Genji or something like that, something to get past the Johanna pretty easily and get to that back line. Even a Zeratul. We see a Hanzo ban. Hanzo, good racer, pretty decent poke, and the alts can both work depending on the rest of your comp here. And we have a Stukov ban. Stukov, really good follow-up for especially initial tank CC snag with the ETC. It's kind of a classic setup with a Stukov and an ETC, so they're making sure they get rid of that. We see a Samuro as well as a Malf. So Malf is another good follow-up healer with a root. So they'll be looking to slide, root, Chromie follow-up. But the Samuro in the off lane can provide quite a bit of, at least not exactly sustain, but can be really annoying for rotations and that sort of thing. And we see a Junkrat and a Sonya. Sonya can dive past. Right now, there's not a lot of defensive style heroes, so the Sonya dive is going to be pretty good. Junkrat, a good defensive hero. Not exactly the best racer, but has a lot of tools for a range assassin character. And we see an Alarak. So Alarak can pull players into range, can pull them into root, pull them into slide, and then follow up as well. So there's a couple initiation tools that can work with a Malf here. And we are heading into game 1 of CCS versus Beatgen Revival. So I'm just gonna let you guys vote a little bit longer, then I'm gonna end the poll. Who you believe is gonna win this series? Take a look at the drafts, maybe change your mind a little bit. So first up for CCS, we have Valk on the Johanna, we have Unicycle Yay on the Vala, we have Zalev on the Junkrat, we have Zephy on the Sonya, and we have Wit's End on the Tyrande. And then for Beatgen Revival, we have Randy Newman on the Alarak, Snag on the ETC, Silver Spy on the Malfurion, Wano on the Chromie, as well as Linehouse on that Samuro. We see both teams meeting down bottom. Both teams actually have pretty decent vision. Wano with the vision talent and the time traps does get a couple shots in. Up top, we see Linehouse and Zephy. He'll be an interesting matchup. I think the Sonya trades usually pretty well into that, so we'll have to see how that ends up happening. Just gonna check out down bottom. So far, so good. There's a pull-in on the Johanna. The silence, Valk pulls in Randy Newman. And so far, pretty decent clear for the blue squad. While it's going to be a little bit less good clear for red, at least down here, but not as big a deal on a 2-lane map. Valk staying in the bush, making sure to clear the wave. And then up top, Linehouse getting low to start. I think the Sonya matchup works out pretty well, like I said. Make sure I go in this pull. So in terms of the people watching, CCS 75%, Beatgen 25%. So CCS with a lot of people looking for them to win. Unicycle gets pulled in and gets slid. A bunch of CC, but not so good so far. And Slev is super low. They pull Wit's End in. Lots of brawling back and forth. Wit is very far forward and gets eliminated. So first kill for Beatgen. Oh my god, my flawless. And then up top is Zephy and Linehouse. Like I said, Zephy should be able to win this showdown pretty easily typically. Just kind of a counter pick, which makes sense for the team name. Meanwhile, blue team is taking their hards, and red team as well. Oh my god, the owl! The owl takes him out on the bruiser camp. Whew. That's pretty good. All right, so we have Unicycle Yay and Wit's End. They finish off the camp. Meanwhile, Valk and Slev are pushing in with minions. And then Wano goes up top to help push with this bruiser camp. This is going to be hard for Zephy to clear. And the strategy of pushing with an extra range attacker into a traditional offlaner is always pretty tough now, especially after the patch, because the minions just do so much damage on structures. Johanna goes down below. Must have got pulled in with the Alarak for the silence and ETC follow-up. Apologize for missing that. Slev gets booped pretty far forward. Snag is up looking. Looks at Slev. Slev gets rooted. Gets booped back in. Is pretty low. Snag going super deep, looking one more auto, but no. They do slide right under towers. They slide the Tyrande. And Linehouse is busy working on the Immortal. Meanwhile, Slev never went back and doesn't seem to have a tap. And we see the Vala go down. So Vala, one of the better racers. Red team is going to look to zone off the rest of the blue team here and let Linehouse race with the clones. Boop on a Snag, misses the spear. And looks like the red team is gonna get this. It's currently 4 kills to 1, and red squad is gonna be also up an Immortal for pushing. And that boop has been pretty effective for Slev right now, and throughout the rest of the game. They look at the Johanna. Johanna has to pop Unstoppable. And just based on how things are going so far, I'm not sure more than a wall is likely. Yeah, looks like a wall max. Not exactly the best siege within Alarak typically. And we see the Assassins as the ult that Chromie picked. Chromie gets to pick their ult at level 8. Linehouse continuing to get The Sunny up here, Valk really far forward. Snag was getting hit by the fort, and the Chattering Teeth becoming a little bit of a nuisance now as well. Up top, Zephy continues to hammer home this wave, but it hasn't got a lot of structure damage yet. Meanwhile, down below, that is the Vala Slid. Does be able to dash through and get out before the follow-up, however. And that owl is looking again, trying to scout. Red team starting their bot camp. Snag pretty far away actually, but Valkus as well. And they use the boop, but everybody gets off of it, and Red Squad is allowed to basically get a camp for free without a true advantage, besides maybe the Chromie ult. Up top, Zephy kind of just waiting on camp, but has to go soak this. And Red Squad looking to try to defend this camp as much as possible to gain an advantage before neither team deciding to take their hearts. Up top, 1v1. Level 10s go online for Beatgen. And up top, Wano goes in. Oh, tries to get Zephy. Is that so little health? 130. But manages to get out. Meanwhile, the blue squad is just hammering this Immortal to start. There are so many time traps around here, though. Should be able to get seen. And yeah, blue squad is looking on this. Oh, Chromie gets taken out by Zephy up top. I do see the leap down. Oh, but 46 health. Lighthouse can't go over the wall, though. We see Falk pretty far forward, gets slid, and then the mortal stun. Whew, back and forth kills and back and forth picks for either team. Meanwhile, Linehouse still racing. Blue team waiting for some players to get back up. One thing we do see here is we do see some interesting ults. So we see Deadly Charge at 10 here. We do see Falling Sword as well. I guess Falling Sword is just a straight up Mosh counter. Zephy has to go up top and relieve these minions. Meanwhile, the blue squad uses the time to begin the race. Halftime has already happened, so they're just trying to poke it out, but that top camp is going to provide pressure here. Valk looking to zone. And there isn't a lot of poke from the red squad besides the Chromie. And the longer that they stay here, the more that top is going to get done. They slide at the Johanna. The follow-up route is a little bit late. There's the leap in on the Chromie. Zephy getting really low. Linehouse looking past everything. But Chromie does get taken down. Red Squad decides to run in actually after. Blue's very low right now. Oh, that's a huge condemn. Honestly massive. Woo! And quest complete. Based on the clones, based on the 4-man. Rare you see that quest complete, but really good job there from Valk, seeing the opportunity there. Red continued to push in after they had lost a hero, and they got turned around on pretty hard. Does reset some of those Alrak stacks. And Linehouse looking to race. Blue team should continue to look to race here, but we'll need to retreat after this. Zelev getting really low. Linehouse is behind. Zelev looking, but does think better of it and will not chase the Samuro. So the Immortal is won by the blue squad and will head top. CCS with a distinct advantage right now. But they decide to push into offlane actually. So Snag is down here. Zelev is down here. And you got two melee defenders defending. And so the top wall is going to go down. I don't think this full bot wall is going to go down. So I'm not sure it's the best value for what they wanted, but they thought they could get something out of it. I think the Junkrat getting low pretty early kind of nerfed that push pretty hard. We see the blue squad go for their hards. Red, Beatgen is looking for Zephy or trying to do top camp. So they're going to be doing both easy camps at the same time. I don't see why this would get stopped. So pretty decent trade, and Sneaky taking that bot camp at the same time as top. That's a bunch of pressure, and that is, oh, gets pulled in. Does get the leap off. The silence didn't get out in time. And Zephy is just going to get slid again with the new patch rules. Has to take out some of these minions in order to feel at least a little bit safer. Because now it's going to start to work on the players. But this fort isn't looking so hot right now. And it's going to be a fort versus fort trade. In terms of who races better, it is blue team, I would say generally. So Zephy continued to hammer on Linehouse, who is on that Samuro. Johanna still pretty forward. Goes Safeway and decides to pop the ult to get fully out. I think the Deadly Charge is pretty interesting, considering I'm not sure what exactly they're going to pair it with. Not at this level anyway. And the Johanna pops Unstoppable. Blue team should be racing much faster. And yeah, definitely a faster race comp. That is a solo mosh on the Sonya. There's a leap onto the ETC, and the mouth also goes down. Zephy really low, but manages to get out of that sands of time. The boop onto Randy Newman puts him really far forward. Unicycle Yay looking to follow up. Gets maybe a couple autos, but backs out. Zephy getting really low. Valk is looking. Does be able to finish it off through the sands. Oh, almost with the raw stun onto Wano. And really good work and team fighting by CCS so far. Linehouse looking to be a pest, but Zephy sees it and is able to back up here. And yeah, Linehouse just wants to get out right now. Full back. Will be able to get there. And we do see some of the red players filter in. This isn't really a hard push so far, though, with the blue squad. I believe by the end of this, they should be able to take a fort, but how much more? And that's the pull on the Johanna. They do the leap in onto Randy Newman. Time stop. And gets blown up. Meanwhile, a two-man Mosh in the back line. Snag pretty far forward. Gets followed up on. And this Immortal will keep on pushing. Another one. Another raw stun right onto that mouth. And this is becoming a gigantic push. I think they can easily get keep here. So putting your offlaner back to bottom is probably good as well, because I don't think they get more than that. They look past at Wano though. Wano getting really low. Wano dead. Whew, 15 minutes in, they can take this. They do have a really good siege and racing comp here. Randy Newman looking to charge, looking at backline, hits the silence, but gets raw stunned by Wits End. Double stun onto those auto attackers, only 50% on core. We have two red members down. We see Sonya down as well. This is going to be a pure race on core. And that is a very big snowbally ending to that game by CCS, taking out a game one off of the #1 seed. So yeah, really good job by CCS that game. Um, they not a lot of answers for the Sonya leak, quite honestly, and having that many melee into Johanna is generally pretty rough. The racing was really good. There were a lot of early picks against CCS, but yeah, what a crazy start to the game. There we go. And you can see in terms of damage, Junkrat was top, and generally not a huge lot of damage for the red team that game. So I'm gonna mark off the win. CCS wins on the map that Beatgen picked. Let's head back. Still don't know who's picked the next map, but we do have some interesting options. D-Shire, Garden, Infernal, Tomb, Towers, as well as Volskaya. So yeah, Wits End is the healer for the CCS team. The healer for Beatgen tonight looks to be Silver Spy based on the game one, but I wonder if they can swap around as well. It is always rough to have a lineup where you don't have your regular players. Does throw some things off, especially on follow up for CC and that sort of thing. But yeah, yeah, I think generally the comp diff and just kind of the counter picks late, especially the Sonya, was a pretty big difference in that game. And then also encourage you guys to like and subscribe to the channel and to the video. Appreciate everybody for coming and watching. Haven't got a lobby yet, but team's hopefully setting up pretty soon here. Unfortunately, because I was setting up for the stream, I missed a bunch of the Blue Jays game. As you can probably tell by my logo and by my name, I am from Canada, somewhere outside of Toronto. And Blue Jays were playing Game 3 tonight. They were down 2-0, and I believe came back. Sorry for the spoilers, but I don't know. Spoiling live sports typically isn't a thing anymore. I do know that that Linehouse is a big Dodgers fan, though, so it'd be kind of fun if we meet each other in the World Series. Still got to win this one against Seattle. Looks like our next map is Infernal Shrines, which I believe is the most played map by both teams, and probably the most played map across the league. I will double check on who picked. 2. Looks like they've got first pick. So Infernal Shrines was picked by CCS, it looks like. So CCS, this is their most played map. Right now they are 4-1 on this map for the season, and so far they're 500 in game, so one of their better maps for sure. This is also Beatgen's most played map. They played it 5 times and won all 5. So this is a square off of each team's best map currently. In terms of what the teams have run before, I would say all sorts, but I think that there's some specific characters you might guess that that maybe a Beatgen would run on this map. Some offlaners, and maybe some offlaners that that CCS would run as well on this map. So probably take that home and think about it. I'm not gonna give any hints or spoilers here. But like I said, Beatgen has been doing a lot of different strategies recently, with a bunch of different characters, and we saw like a Samuro last game. There's all sorts of interesting stuff you can do here. Looks like the teams are just getting ready now, and we're going to head into draft pretty soon here. Looks like we're heading in now. Just want to take a look. Yeah, Silver Spy, a healer for a long time actually. So yeah, right into a classic role they play. So that's good. Don't have to bring in an off roll for a sub. And we're headed into draft. This time, first pick, first ban by Beatgen on Infernal Shrines. Infernal Shrines can be played in more variety ways since the patch. However, like I'd say it's become a way bigger thing, especially in the first objective, to have extra soak and offlane and that sort of thing. You can kind of just ignore the first one if you really want to. Gain value by siege and by XP by staying players in lane. So there's a lot. Say there's a lot more strategy on this map. Hogger, definitely one of his best maps. There's a billion camps. They spawn earlier. Spinning on objective is really good. If you don't have the certain characters to counter it, it's incredibly good. So yeah, we see that early as a ban from Beatgen. Why do Northern casts take 25 years for each lobby? I have zero idea. It's probably because I take all these late games. That would be my guess. Everybody's tired and then just takes a lot of extra time. But at least this time I haven't gotten like new lobbies. it feels a lot better when the actual lobby goes through. The waiting in between, though, not my favorite. Stukov banned out by CCS, and we see a Rhaegar banned by Beatgen. The Rhaegar is, I believe, another classic of Wit as well. Blue, I think I'm getting I get the caster curse as well. Oh, a diva ban. That was one of the heroes I was hinting at. The Hogger being the other one of characters that each team might play on this map. The diva is a Linehouse classic on this map. But lots of good options right now for first pick. But we see a Sonya off the bat. So Sonya, really good on the objective, has the ability to leap. And yeah, generally a pretty good matchup into some of the offlaners as well. Good camp take as well. We see a Johanna as well as a Chromie. So the Chromie was played by Beatgen last game, played by CCS this game. Johanna again. Valk did a really good job, especially on some of those turnarounds with Johanna. That four-man Johanna combo was really good. We see a Kael'thas and a Tyrael. So Tyrael could be Judgment, could be Sank. Both are legit. We've seen Judgment a lot more recently, however. Might want, especially some sort of cleanse if you're CCS here, quite frankly. Sonya Leap, Kael Lift, Tyrael Charge. That might be really good. Kael'thas, yeah, I mean, like, spreading chain bombs on this objective is generally really good. We do see a Maiev band. Maiev would be good with their comp. That is a pretty decent ban. The Kael'thas bombs with the Maiev pulling everybody in. And then we see a Tychus ban. So I'm guessing that Beatgen is going for either some sort of triple frontline with a Kael'thas hyper carry. We see Anduin, so we classic Anduin Johanna light bomb combo. They do take that away from the Sonya having it, as well as a Leo. Leo with the Entomb. Leo pretty good against multiple frontliners at the same time. Can get blown up and melted though. The Anduin Johanna light bomb combo is really good for CC. However, it does take till level 10 to come online. We see the Alex and a Genji. So globes for Tyrael, globes for Kael'thas. And then the Genji is the follow-up. And there's no, at least right now, no easy way to hard CC like point and click a Genji. Besides maybe shield? So Genji, Tyrael, Sonya all leap in, I guess. And we have a Greymane follow-up. Yeah, it's interesting here. I'm not sure I like the Greymane per se. Something more survivable, especially for that blow-up, I think would be maybe a little bit better. But it seems like CCS has picked a very like front-to-back style comp, while Beatgen is definitely dive focused, so I'd be shocked if Tyrael is not taking charge this game. And we're heading to Infernal Shrines, Game 2, CCS versus Beatgen Revival.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Sorry, I had to take a second there. So for CCS, we have Zalev on the Chromie, Unicycle Ye on the Greymane, we have Valk on the Johanna. We have Wit on the sorry, we have Wit on the Anduin, and we have Unicycle Yay on the Grey Main, and then on the Red Squad we have Silver Spy on the Alex, we have Snag on the Tyrael, we have Linehouse on Randy Newman on sorry, Randy Newman on the Genji, who's getting CC'd, as well as Wano on the KT and Linehouse on the Sonic. So blue team looking to go to lanes right away. Make sure they don't miss any of this new soak. Camp spawn right away. Red squad is going for their easies right away and gets spotted out by Chromie. And Falcon Wit are on clear duty mid. Camp gets taken by the red squad. Nope, camp. Oh, bot camp is actually started by blue squad, but red team is ahead of them in this rotation. Randy Newman comes in, then looks, but isn't able to get on the point and gets chunked. Valk coming in really deep. Wit looking to follow up CC does land, and that is a really good pick. Meanwhile, Zephy looking to defend it against this camp, but there's going to be a big push down here bot. We see Unicycle land right in, but gets comboed right near the edge of the edge of the gate, and this is going to be at least one tower down mid. So really good start with that pick from CCS. They look very on their game tonight. Unicycle Yay is racing that camp. Really good camp clear for the blue squad. Randy Newman looks in and looks to dive. It's taken out, but this is a 5-man for red, and they're looking for Slev really deep. Slev super deep. Randy Newman gets stuck behind the red. Camp invade works pretty well, but this might be some missed soak up top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, maybe none. And yeah, generally good camp invade using the parts of the comp that that work well together. And for the red squad, that is dive, and they did a good job on that rotation. They are now ahead in XP, even though it's a 1-0 kill advantage, which tells you how important soak and getting even camp early on it will be. And the hards for the blue come out. Zephy making sure to push that out. However, they're looking to pick Zephy. They're looking at Valk middle. Blue squad gets a clear middle for free. And Linehouse is staying top for this. It's going to give the blue squad an early advantage on these actual minions. Both teams look like they're fully committing to this though. Blue team is up early, but they are super low, and that is what Genji is all about. Diving, reset. 2 early kills on the Leoric and the Chromie. Yeah, the health just dropped really quickly, and that gave that Genji some easy resets in the backline. Like I said, there's not a lot of hard CC and not a lot of health in some of those backline players, so that dive is going to work pretty well if they line it up correctly. Especially post 10 with the Tyrael charge and leap. And this will give red an early Punisher. And that is a monster amount of soak bot. And they choose to only commit their DPS as well as their healer to this. The Punisher no longer jumps over gate. However, I've contended on this map that the Punisher after the gate gets down is 5 billion times better, because the fort only targets the Punisher now and allows you to dive incredibly easy. But that full gate does not go down. And yeah, those chain bombs are doing some work now. Zephy really far forward. This is going to be a 3-man rotate. Zephy gets bombed. This is really low. It's Gravity lapse again, but gets out with 200 health. If that would be exactly what that would be exactly what a Genji would want, but Genji's up top, and there's some there's a little bit of soak mist on mid right now. So both teams looking pretty similar actually now in terms of structure and XP. Randy Newman, pretty far forward, gets stopped though, and here's the turnaround. Unicycle Yay really far forward right now, but there's not a lot of hard CC until 10. Leoric went down up top to Linehouse in a 1v1, so about a half level lead for Beatgen. They look to invade that camp with 10s that are going to be coming early, and then we will see all the alt picks. That is the leap. Oh, we do see Sank. Okay, so not all of the it's not 100% dive. So Lev getting pretty low, and the Sonya goes down up top to Zephy. So this is a trading back and forth. Randy Newman really low right here behind everybody. Will they know though? Can they scout it? Looks like Unicycle knows, but isn't able to get there in time. Doesn't really have a lot of tools to poke and engage or check that bush. Cocktail is just Cocktail. That doesn't have that actually long a range. And we see a light bomb, we see temporal loop, we see go for the throat, we see falling sword, and entomb. So cleansing flame, Phoenix, and X-Drake. And the blue squad is using this time to go and siege. There's going to be a full, looks like a 3-man rotation, but 4 people down bot. Valk is there to slow that down, and that is almost half of a fork down bot now. Using some of that that new game mechanics to continue to push. Meanwhile, Zephy getting taken out by Randy Newman, who's being a pest all over the place, and a lot of XP up here that the blue squad needs to soak. And some brawling going on down below. Meanwhile, the hards get taken, and this is going to be a big push up top for the red squad and give Linehouse an early advantage on the objective. They're up about half a level lead. That'll dissipate a little bit in a second as these waves crash. But up 13 minions so far. 18. Oh, looks for Unicycle Yay, but no healer here. Nobody to help save because they are over here across the map. Snag looking to defend. Valk looking to defend. They just gave up on this. And unfortunately that leaves that gray man out to dry. And Valk continues to push, gets front wall, should be able to get out of here okay. There's not a lot of hard CC anywhere from the red squad. Zephy's gonna get dove on here. Yep, there's the stun and the leap, and that is a Frozen Punisher up top. And Wit is soloing a camp while the red team is pushing mid. What is going on right now? I think the blue squad is all out of sorts right now with where they're defending because they're getting mowed down in multiple lanes. I'm not sure setting the Chromie down here and pushing is probably the best idea. We see Unicycle Yay. Looks like they're not gonna be able to save it. Oh, they just do. But Slev is mid and gets taken out on that rotation. And that's a pretty big structural advantage early for the red squad. The red squad doesn't have a lot of hard CC besides the leap, but But so far, they've been able to dive on players that are defending Fort solo, and it's been working very well. And Blue Squad has been doing some interesting things with some of their members and where they're at. Oh, here comes the light bomb. There's the Sank, which saves the entire red backline. Wano is getting really low, gets taken out. Unicycle has been stuck in there for a minute. 100 health. So low, though. 99, 100? What? No way. So it is a trade for Leoric for KT, which is pretty good for the Blue Squad. Leoric will come back quicker. But look at the Globe Quest early. 44 for Ardent Restoration. Mana Addict, 48. We are 10 minutes into this game. This is some ARAM, like 30-minute numbers here. Blue Squad using their 16 advantage to take camps. They don't really have a lot of spots of push at the moment with where they're positioned. They're probably going to look to take out bot or look for engage down here. Valk getting chunked a little bit. And the rest of Blue Squad kind of letting everything push out. Zephy trying to get 16. Valk in the bush scouting. And they have the vision on them. There's the anti-heal from Valk. Took that talent.
A shrine gathers power. You will take it for me.
Again, the stacking on these globes is intense. 51 to 55. They look at Wit, who's really vulnerable right now. It's shocking to me that blue team got that low and never popped an ult. Genji X-Strike down, but the rest of blue team's ults are up. Snag getting low. Oh, but Unicycle gets lifted. Super low. Randy Newman follows up with the Genji. There's a Sank. Selev incredibly low as well. They do not have the CC, the backline, to try to stop this. This is one of the scenarios I'm wondering about, like, if Shield is better. I mean, Shield Light Bomb is just an awesome combo, and like I understand why you'd want Falling Sword, but I just don't know if it works as well here. This is gonna give Red Team a really decent advantage here. Only the healer and tank defending. There's gonna be another wave here. This is getting taken down 100%. They're looking, there's the leap, there's the X-Strike. Yeah, if you can't, you gotta, it's rough for Val because you have to time the Falling Sword with the leap, which is really tough because you don't have a traditional cleanse there. Here's a rewind. Snag gets taken out, but the Greymane's out as well. Zephy's down. That's 3 down to 1. And this keep is looking in danger. There's another big wave coming. Valk is getting taken out. Slev super low as well. And does get taken. I don't know if they get more than this. Depends. If Wit steps up, though, he's going to get jumped as well with this Punisher. And we are 14 minutes game. Game can end. There's the light bomb, but Wit is dead. And this is looking really rough for the blue squad, and that is it. 15 to 4, or sorry, 16 to 4 game. Beatgen wins game number 2. So, game summary. Genji doing a ton of damage. There's no CC for Genji. 0 CC. Genji got picked with the CC near the start of the game, but generally it was just like going into one player defending. It was just dominating when they had a wave. It would be like another player and Genji just running it down and just getting all these picks. You see 9 kills for that Genji, and part of 15 total of those fights, and that's more than anybody else on that team. So good job on the Genji pick. Just didn't think there's enough hard CC for the blue team. Looking back in the chat, yeah, there's some moments where Bless punishes Red. Yeah, the Bless I think was a pretty big difference, but generally they did pick Squishy into it. Like the Greymane pick was into it and they already knew about it. I'll just make sure I put up the winner of this game. So we're now 1-1. And yeah, I feel like CCS is trying to macro too hard. Probably, yeah. It was like a really snowbally game when they started getting pushed into CCS. They were just struggling hard. There's no CC for that dive, and yeah, it was rough. It was only like Anduin self bomb or maybe Anduin and Johanna condemn bomb. So yeah, it's gonna be really rough to contain all those. We'll go back to the map view. Hopefully, as Blue had mentioned before, the next lobby doesn't take a super long time. If you guys are liking the cast, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Because I stream on YouTube and not Twitch, everything is up instantaneously and stays here on YouTube for a long time. I believe caster regulations mean that every person has to upload to YouTube as well, if I remember correctly. I've been doing YouTube for a while because playing in NGS, always just recorded my games as private casts, and I think I have hundreds at this point of scrims and matches that my teams over the years have played, and yeah, it's just really easy to do. Not a big Twitch as a platform fan either. I've watched a ton of stuff on Twitch over the last decade, and man, has that platform gone downhill. But appreciate everybody for joining us on the channel today. In terms of the maps that are left, we have D-Shire, Garden, Tomb, we have Towers, and we have Volskaya. It will be CCS's choice whether or not they want first pick or map. I did find it interesting because I've seen CCS play Cursed quite a bit, more than most teams I've seen, and they did ban it tonight. So I wonder what direction they're going to go in, especially if they're picking map this time. Memes said they kind of gave multiple objectives too and didn't get anything for it. Yeah, I think that in the current meta, like leaving the first objective just makes more sense than ever right now. But later on, especially when we get to second, third, and fourth, like you're not going to get the same value, and you can't send one person to defend or even a few people to defend with a monster wave, because they're just going to get dove on by a team that is really good at diving and a comp that's really good at diving. So yeah, it just snowballs a lot more late. So if you send a couple back just to defend, that player you can consider it might be gone, especially into that comp that Beatgen was running. And my caster curse continues. Oh, but we do have a lobby that just got created. It is Tomb of the Spider Queen. Pretty much the macroest map that you can think of. I guess it depends on how you look at it. It's either this or Garden. So prepared to see vision, really good. Rotations and wave clear, incredibly good. And yeah, pushing with all three lanes now, very good. Less good sending 5 people to push with spiders. Very good to push, especially with some of those early ones, all 3 waves and get all the XP. There's just so much XP that those spiders can soak up early in the game. I will switch over so you guys know we're going to Tomb of the Spider Queen, and I believe this is picked by Beatgen because CCS is first pick. So CCS first pick, Beatgen picks Tomb. Power picks to look out for: Junkrat, one of his best maps, the vision, the ability to stall, very good. The wave clear, obviously really good. Traps throughout the bushes, boops. It's all there for Junkrat, as well as you see. I don't know. I'd say this is one of maybe Garrosh's better maps as well. But yeah, anything with wave clear is really good. It's harder to make a lot of team fighty comps work just because there's so much clear that has to happen at any given time. So we're headed into draft. Tomb of the Spider Queen. CCS will have first pick and first ban. I haven't looked in the past of what these teams have run on this map. CCS actually played this map quite a bit recently, and looks like they do prioritize a lot of wave clear. But we see the Genji banned. They did not have fun with that Genji. That said, I don't know if this is Genji's best map, so we take it off the board, but I wonder, at least right now, whether or not like that would be a better ban for the second round, depending on what they're showing. Like they're showing Anduin, you ban a Genji. That's just me putting my drafter's hat on, though. We see the Hogger ban as well from Beatgen. Hogger was really good for, I believe it was Zephy in some of the other series that I watched. We see the Maiev ban. Maiev, really good on the rotations, pulling people on top of you. Yeah, a really good good team fight hero. Can even be used as a frontline tank in some comps as well. And we see a Nazebo ban. I have seen CCS run Nazebo on this map before, and they've been known to pick it in a bunch of different scenarios where they're basically playing like a run it down like siege comp.
My blades are yours.
We see the first pick, Sonya from Zephy. So Sonya has been kind of a power pick in a lot of these. I think the team with the Sonya has won each one of these games so far. We see a Brightwing from Silver Spy. And a Phoenix up front. Phoenix is a counterable hero, but Phoenix can be an offlaner in certain scenarios. Into Sonya is one of them. I have definitely seen that before. This like it really like an outplay style matchup. The Sonya can outplay the Phoenix can outplay the Sonya, but generally like the Phoenix can range the Sonya pretty easily. But we see a dive comp with Sonya Leap, Nubarak, Burrow, and Sylv can dive in as well. Very CG as well. Pretty good clear. In terms of bans, I kind of want to see an Anduin ban here from Beatgen, just because the combo with the Sonya bomb. There it is. Yeah, Anduin ban. Makes total sense. Brightwing can cleanse, but the cleanse doesn't really work as well when you get leapt first, especially with the light bomb. So yeah, that is a very good counter ban. We see the ETC ban. So I guess we get to see if this Phoenix is a off-lane counter pick or if it's gonna be part of the format. We see an Asmodean, so pure stacking with a Muradin. This has gotta be Asmodean's best map. Allows them to rotate really well. Can get stacks pretty decently. The stall is decent too. A noob, it's pretty good target in. Oh, okay. This is just gonna be full run it in with the Imperius and a Stukov. So very dangerous, like blow up style team here for CCS. Like I kind of want to see like maybe a Blaze here or something they can get out, but it's a Ragnaros. So Phoenix in the format and probably rotating down to help Reg occasionally, I would imagine. The Reg into Imperius. I do not know how that matchup goes in the current environment after Imperius got buffed. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the drafts. I think it is very interesting. The blow up potential for CCS is enormous. but Azmodan can stack pretty decently into a triple frontline comp. So so yeah, it'd be a pretty cool draft here. And we're headed into game number 3, CCS against Beatgen Revival.
The battle begins shortly.
So for CCS, we see Valk on the Anub. We see Unicycle Yay on the Imperius. We see Wit's End on the Stukov. We see Vacuity on the Sylve, and we see Zephy on the Sonya. And then we see Snag on the Mirrodin, Randy Newman on the Azmodan. We see Silver Spy on the Brightwing. We see Linehouse on the Blaze, and we see Wano on the Phoenix. And we see immediately jump down and then a combo onto the back line by Valk, who's hiding in the bush. Snag getting low, does jump in. And Zephy's down here taking out Wave solo. Randy Newman's going to look to stack. Already has 8 after the first one. Snag getting low, but there's the dive in. There's a Z in, and another big stacking. So Snag is providing some good cover right now for Randy Newman, who is looking to stack. However, that blue team's lineup looks pretty dangerous every time they go through this rotation. And early on, Wano goes down and helps Linehouse. That's kind of what I thought the role was going to be after we did see the Ragnaros. Helping rotate down and pressuring Zephy here. And allowing time for Randy Newman to get into late in the game and stack as much as possible. Interesting, we do see Regen Master. This is a really good one to stack it. Valk taking a look actually here. Seeing that they're doing their bruiser. Linehouse really far forward. The blue squad knows this. They're going forward. Zephy kind of trying to bait. Linehouse going all the way down. But this is a 5-man rotation. This is going to allow... Oh, Linehouse just going deep. This is so worth it for the red team, though. Like, look at the the siege damage that Randy Newman's going to get by the end of this is kind of crazy. The loss XP, too. You're going to be missing a player for a while, but that allowed the camp to come out. If Randy Newman gets out here... Oh, and miss! And the rest of the team did not rotate. So, yeah, I'd say that is a great trade so far for Beatgen. And this this mid camp pressing in is going to be a huge one as well. Randy Newman pretty low on mana. Probably going to have to back soon after. But there's the Z down onto Snag, who got really low. Valk really low as well, though. He's looking for the dunk. We're already at 60 stacks. We're at 3 minutes in. Meanwhile, waves crashing top, and the battle down bottom. Snag looking to turn theirs in. Unicycle Yay looking at Linehouse. Does land the spear, and Linehouse goes down. So good rotation there. That Unicycle Yay is going to feel pretty dangerous doing those rotations, because any of these guys rotating like Valk or Unicycle Yay is going to provide like the big difference. So I would love to see them employ more of like a 1-3-1 style strategy and just rotate with the healer, Unicycle, Yay, and Valk. But Valk is looking to prevent turn-in currently and soak out. And we see most of the wall go down mid. Blue definitely up on terms of the gem lead though. We see a bunch of soak here. I think Valk is going to go get it. And looks like a full 4-man push in mid. Sylph decides to hold off using the trait for Fort. Meanwhile up top, this is going to be a bunch of XP down. And Reg Fort goes down bot. They look at Wano mid. And now that that structure is going to get turned off, it's not going to deal as much damage to the minions. And that is quite a bit of damage for a first push. And a lot because that Sylph holding that trait. And but even experience. Meanwhile, red team does have enough for a turn in. Looks like they're going to try to turn in bot here. Randy Newman has a lot of them currently. Wits End turns in. There is a delay on Silver Spy turning in. Looks like Randy Newman is the one that has to turn in, but has to continue stacking. Brightwing goes down and drops some gems. Meanwhile, they look at Randy Newman top. Randy gets out with their 30. That would really suck to lose those. But really good picks so far. 3-0 in terms of CCS for those picks. That is, like I said, that is a super dangerous lineup. And blue team does have full turn in now. Everybody has to turn in, but yeah, Linehouse gonna get pressured out if they continue to poke there. And they look at Randy Newman. There's the dive in, but the Z, the wrap prevents the Z though, and here comes the follow up. Oh my god! Counter synergy, Wits End pushes them away after. Oh, it just gets taken out. Oh no. Oh no. And there's the MC on Wano. Wano super low. What a turnaround. Holy cow. But looks like Randy Newman got the rest of the gems in. Man, that counter synergy though, that was that was kind of rough. Blue team kind of daring red to push into them here. They look at the Brightwing. Brightwing will be able to blink away. But again, I don't think you want to dive on top of this blue team. It's rough right now. Kind of want to poke and get out. And that's exactly what Beatgen is looking to do right now. Because yeah, you do not want to get too close to this. There's so much follow-up CC. And so many gens right now for a blue squad. It's kind of a crazy difference. But structurally, I mean, blue's up a little, well, I'd say quite a bit with the mid going down like that. Beatgen looking to take their bruiser. Well, that'll give blue team the opportunity to turn in. By this end of this next one, if they don't lose it, they're easily going to have enough for a second turn in. This game could snowball crazy out of control if they don't. And we do see Vacuity get knocked in by the Haymaker, the Playmaker, and gets taken out too. Valk looking to follow up. They do stun Linehouse, and that's a turn on to Unicycle, who does get out but pulls in that Reg. Big damage. but there's not much damage left for the blue team, and Valk is on an island forward. Meanwhile, Zephy pushing down bottom. That's a big XP advantage right now. Almost a level now for blue team. Oh, sorry, for red team. Blue team is gonna have to push with these if they want that XP, but what are we looking like in terms of gems here? Blue team lost a huge amount of their gems in that. They're looking at... Oh, there's a mind control, but again, counter synergy with the silence follow-up. These guys have all the tools, but unfortunately, some of them are coming out at some weird times, I would say.
The clutch is ready to form again. Return the gems to me.
Red team does have turn-in. Blue team still needs a large number of gems. Cutie trying to get pick. Does get out. Linehouse looking to turn in. Valk going down. Zephy does take the bot camp. They're looking at Linehouse. Linehouse doesn't get the Z, and that is some gems down. Meanwhile, Snag turns in top. They only have 5 left. Randy Newman is taking this time just to run it down. This is going to be a trade. Snag looking to stall them in rotation. So that's a 1-for-1 in terms of forts. However, I would say that in terms of fort you want up, top fort is probably the bigger of the two. There's a lava wave out on mid. Just puts a lot of pressure on you to get all this soak, especially if you got the web weavers turned in. And you see the hards being committed to. I mean, I don't think this is gonna be at least a little bit easier defense with these hards mid. They look for the mind control that is down for 36 more seconds now. They look at Snag. It's a follow-up. There's a silence. Valk has to burrow out. And there's the clear. 16s though for the red squad, and they're gonna have to rotate up here Safeway to top, most likely. Oh, maybe not so Safeway. This will allow the red squad to try to dive Unicycle EA, who's pretty far forward. Valk does go down and try to help. Unicycle does be able to spear out. They do have a wrap onto Linehouse. And this fort continues to get sieged. I believe it's going to get taken down at this rate. Yeah. So 2 forts down for the red squad. And blue team does have full turn-in. They are on even talent tiers. They look to turn in top. However, yeah. However, their waves are pushed in pretty far, and there's the bruiser camp, and you're gonna see the molten core go down. If I'm red squad here, I'm clearing mid, and then sending that reg top for molten core. They look for the mind control, it misses. And there's the fort down for the blue squad. And a Z on the Linehouse who gets super low. Zephy doing a lot of work. And this is going to allow blue team to push top. And this is going to be At least a lot bigger push. Surprised trade is not up right now. Yeah, that top fort is going down as well. They do pull back that Phoenix. There's the silence that stops the teleport. There's the MC. Snag, I believe, did dive in. Oh, but does leap out and gets stabbed. There's... tried the haymaker to get out, but this is going to be a boss now for the blue team. So I think I mentioned before, this top lane is probably the more important lane. So early top fort is pretty good, especially with boss. Blue squad right now has more gems than red. This is going to allow them to get boss. They don't have full turn yet, but with that Sylve, they definitely should be pushing with this boss. Stukov is turning in 3 gems? Instead of pushing with boss? With Sylve? Guys, come on. Alright, so they decide to play it very safe and turn in gens. As well as get camp. They do have a full turn in pretty soon here. And this is going to be a lot of map pressure here. There is one fort still up, so Cat is going down bot while no Cat is going for red down bot. Be a wave they're going to have to take care of with a Wava wave. As friend Gibbs would say. We see a turn in, so this is going to be 20s, a little bit earlier than red squad, and they're going to be able to run this down bot. They need to defend this camp. But they decide to go on a flank, letting red squad get out a little early. Snag should still have their jump. There's MC, and a follow-up on Wano. Big stun onto Wano. They do pull Wano back, but this is lava wave through, and that ooh, that's just so much CC against that Phoenix. And this is going to allow for a pretty big push, and we see Sylve up top. You see a lot of the damage up top. Valk rotating as well. Here's the next lava wave. And there's MC right away. Follow up with the silence. Yeah, that's straight up dead. That is a lot of seconds of silence. That is, and on a 20-second cooldown for that MC, if you hit it late game, that's very, very good. That's a very scary comp. And they are looking past. They got a stun on the back line. There's a leap onto Linehouse. Tried to kidnap Linehouse. And looks like Blue Squad is looking to get out of here, but that's going to leave Zephy between a fort and their back line. And rest of Blue Squad is going to get out.
Deliver the gems to my altar.
Looks like red team does have full turn, and they will look at their bruisers, but they are down pretty far right now in terms of where the waves are and in terms of structure. So that's Grand Slam, double playmaker. Stukov vault. They're looking. This is going to be a fight over bot camp. There's an MC, but huge follow up. Oh, I thought Sylve got out, but did not. The swipes by Wit. There's a pull in. I don't know if you actually want to pull it in though. There's a wrap onto the target. Silver Spy is able to blink out, and this is going to be kind of a run it down for Red Squad. I'd even think about just giving this if I'm blue here and my Sonya's back at home, but Red Squad decides to back up and use this for full turn. So this fort is a goner for sure. However, I'm not sure the keeps are in the cards unless there's a... Oh! Wits End gets double playmakered in. And dies. And they look at Unicycle, their snag on the Unicycle. Big turnaround there. Yeah, I don't think you can stay under that fort. And 50 seconds, 56 seconds, there's going to be a lot of siege down. So, blue team needs to stand back, try to prevent core here. They look at a mind control, and there's on to Linehouse. Linehouse dies near core. Valk misses, I think, tried to dive onto. Valk super low. Is going to get taken out. There's another MC onto Muradin. There is a massive Asthma Dunk. Down to 61. Snag goes back in, looks. They have to take out these minions though. This is so low. Oh, they look for the teleport kidnap. 44% on core. There's a silence onto that hard camp. I don't know if you want to go in here. No, you don't. Snag going past. Like, red team can dive in if they want to. Like, Snag can dive in, Wano can dive in, Silver Spy can dive in. Randy Newman just being a pest bot lane, and here comes the rag back to to use that lava wave. 33% on core. The shield is down. If they would just commit. And we see the pullback onto that oh my god. And there's another dive onto the Muradin. There's a combo on the Muradin. And another combo on the Muradin. Muradin got interrupted on the jump. They have to decide who they're going after here though. Looks like the Muradin gets taken down. However, core is at super low. Can they go boss here? They need to turn in or go boss. Top boss is win condition if they can go. Have to watch backdoor though. Gotta see where Randy Newman is. Will they do it? They're looking. Unicycle yay, staying a bit back. Red team knows that this might be a win condition. If blue doesn't finish this fast, they're going to have to port. Randy Newman is out here on an island. Gets taken out. Oh, but gets the teleport off. Oh my god. So they're not going to be able to push with this. This is going to be 1 for nothing and allow the boss to go core, but boss is probably going to get cleared by the time Randy Newman goes back. That is a massive pick by the red team. They could have ended bot. They decided to go after the pick. The pick worked really well. It negated boss, and blue team closer to turn in. Decides to get bot wave. This rag double lava wave is going to be really annoying late game. Allows them to push whenever they want. They're looking for like the sneak way through. Yeah, are they looking to backdoor here fully? They look at bot. And there's the wrap. Can the blue team get out? Can CCS get out? Whew! So now everybody's spawned for CCS. This is a 5v5 or 24 minutes into this game. Blue team is closer in terms of turn-in currently. But still has to soak out these waves. The hard camp just spawned for Beatgen. Incredibly tight game here. Wits End there solo clearing. I believe the fight is going to start right here on mid. Blue team deciding to back up. Their camp starting in 15 seconds here on the hards. This is probably the spot that the fight is going to go down. But this is like the longer they wait, the more they're gonna have to clear here. Like there's gonna be Katas going in bot lane. There's a monster push in mid, and you only have 33%. Zephy scouts them going into the bruisers. There is one playmaker. Valk dives in, but it's a little too late. And this is gonna be clear. They're looking again. And like I said, the waves are going to continue to push in. If you're red, you stay here. 1000%. They look for the MC. Oh, there's Molten Core. Popped right away. They look at the Stukov. Stukov gets pushed in. Wits End, though, bumps them all back. Wits End super low. Gets taken out by the Phoenix. Zephy incredibly low tier. They look at Linehouse, but this is a lot down for Blue Squad. This is not looking too hot. And another lava wave coming in. This is going to be a lot of Katas on core here in a second, and looks like red team. They look at Cutie. Look at Falcomer, and yeah, this is Red Squad's game at the last second, 26-minute Tomb of the Spider Queen game. What a game. Great back and forth by both teams. So Beatgen wins the series 2-1. In terms of damage, see Asmodan doing a ton. And yeah, Phoenix quite a bit, and Muradin actually a lot of damage for Muradin. And then Sylv top damage, Imperius not far behind, and Zephy spending a bunch of time in the off lane against the Reg. I go back to the map. See if anybody from Beatgen wants to come in for an interview. Hey, and we have Randy Newman here from Beatgen. How you doing?
Yes, hello, good. Glad to be here. Means we won, so I'm happy.
Well, you guys had some fun games there. They were very close. I'd say especially game 1 and game 3 were pretty epically close until some late game team fights. What was the character you had the most fun on in that series?
For me, it was Genji. I was kind of bullied into picking Alarak, and actually, I don't know. I'd have to say that it was the more fun game for me personally. As fun as Asmodan is, it was a toss up, but yeah,
I was gonna say before the game started, I Valk in the lobby doing the picks and bans, and we were talking about like the new patch changes and that sort of thing. And I think his biggest gripe with the current patch is it allows you to dive characters whenever you want, and you guys have picked a super divey team on Infernal Shrines, including the Genji, and it looks like you can't defend with one character anymore if you have a push going.
If you got that many people diving, yeah, definitely not. Especially like Anu and Akromi, it's definitely rough. But yeah, it's nice. It's like back to the old days of diving with like Genji and Tracer, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then I know game 3 you got to have some fun on the Asmodan as well, one of his better stacking maps. But that would seem to be probably the most, like, I would say, back and forth game of the series. What did it feel like, especially the last couple minutes when you guys were slowly pushing them in, and they were very far down in terms of core health?
I guess I guess our comp did exactly what it should. It willed the game to 30 minutes, but like it's really hard at just like taking the advantage. Like when you need to find them and kill somebody, we just kind of running around hoping that they come to us, because we can clear the waves, but they can kind of just run and hide and make it hard for us to kind of find our damage on them.
Right. And just to rewind a little bit, in game 1 you guys played Battlefield of Eternity. I think they picked like pretty much like a very classic style, like racing type comp, and you guys had like a Samuro and a couple other like interesting picks as well. I thought you guys did a really good job on like getting individual picks, especially early in the game. However, I think there was one fight where the Johanna actually finished her quest on like a Johanna combo. And that seemed to turn the game, and like just that one objective was just run it down after the fact.
Yeah, that was definitely a noticeable swing. It they had some good responses to our ATC engage. Got a couple multi-person leaps and stuns, and you just can't do that if you want to survive. You can't have two people getting leapt. So they played well into that, and yeah, kind of punished us on a couple adventurous engages we had for sure.
And so you guys win this game 2-1. Is there any other shout outs, anything you have to get off your chest, any especially MLB teams that you want to root for
right now
in the series? Yeah
Okay, well, yeah, shout out Kansas City Royals. I think they're doing well in the playoffs right now. And then besides that, I got we'll shout out the team and all the teammates for a fun season so far, and we'll get ready for playoffs, and hopefully we don't have an unceremonious first round exit. Thanks a bunch to Silver Spy, our last minute agreed upon off roster sub, so we could actually play this game and everyone could show up and you could cast. And you as well for putting this together. And I always say shouts out to NGS. Love the organization. Fun to play these games. Glad that we're still organizing these and get to play on a weekly basis. So yeah.
Yeah, and congratulations again on your 2-1 victory. There was some really tight games and some awesome games, especially that third game. And yeah, congratulations again.
Yeah, thanks again, Northern. We'll see you around.
Yeah, see ya. So, I want to thank CCS. I want to thank Beatgen for putting in some awesome games there. There was a lot of really back and forth action across that entire series. So be a good one to go back and rewatch. I'd like to encourage anybody that is watching the channel to like and subscribe. The classic the YouTube combo. And yeah, thanks for everybody for coming out and watching tonight. And we will see you guys next time. Cheers.